All right, so the big question is, now that's all well and good if the guy's coming up to you and you initiate the attack first, whether he's coming back up, whether he's doing the posturing on your face and you finger jab. What happens if he's gonna start coming at you, punching at you, right? What if you guys are having a verbal argument and you're doing whatever else? Well, it's the same thing. The truth of the matter is, it's just really depends on where you are. So if he's coming at you and he's automatically going to throw, don't even put up the hands. What if he's really pissed at you? You and him are having some verbal argument. All right, and yeah, you suck and blah, 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 and he's giving you the finger, and then he suddenly comes at you and he's just going to punch you, right? Doesn't matter whether it's a front jab, right? Whether front jab and a cross, whether it's a front kick, it doesn't really matter, right? What you need to do, just think, you need to stop the attack, right? You need to drive back into him, and you need to finish it. So it's the same thing. Now, the difference is that if he's initiating an attack, how are you going to stop it? Well, you're not going to counterpunch, right? Even the most elite athletes on the planet, it's very, very, very difficult to, right, if he's throwing a punch, to weave back and counterpunch. That's not what we're looking at. Just get out of the way, all right? He's throwing, you're in your stance, all right, just get out of the way. It doesn't matter whether it's a jab, go ahead, throw a jab, right? Whether it's a cross, it doesn't really matter. If it's a linear punch coming, you cannot forecast, right, what he's going to throw. So just get out of the way. It's just easier. To move, right, you just have to step offline. Just like we talked about taking ground before, you're driving into him, right? The best way for you to be is on his off angles of attack. Now you can drive back into him, all right? You don't need to, this is stopping the attack. So say he just throws a jab, it doesn't matter. Whether you come to the outside, literally throw it right at my face so it looks like it, right? Whether you're coming to the outside, just your hands are up. So if he hits your hands, that's fine. You're still moving, all right? You don't want to lead with your face and he hits it, right? You're keeping your hands higher than him. If you don't even know what's coming, if he just stand here and almost like kind of like face to face, right? You're arguing, right? If you're in your stance, right? Listen, man, I don't want any trouble. You know what? He wants trouble. He throws a punch at you, right? If you're too slow, doesn't matter. Guess what? My hand's still blocked. I had no idea what he was going to do. My hands, right? But I'm not going to stand here and wait for him to, go ahead, throw that punch again, exactly. Wait for him to knock me off balance, because now he just is nullifying my attack back to him, right? Whatever he's going to do, it's going to be a mess. So what you're going to do, all right, if you feel threatened that this guy is even if he's walking out at you, just walk straight at me, right? Just come off to the angle, and then you can come back in, all right? Don't take any chances, all right? If he's running at you and he's going to has his arm cocked back, all right, step off line. And the step off line is literally, just don't cross your feet, all right? Just step, that's it, right? Step to the side, right? Step to the side. That's all it is, all right? If you do see a big circle punch coming at you, you can always do a U-duck and come off to the side and drive back in, all right? Just throw that in, whatever, who knows, right? Yeah, within the big circle, it doesn't even matter, right? If he's coming with this one, I'm still out of the way. That's the whole point, right? So if you want to only practice one way, it doesn't matter, right? Whether he's throwing right hand, left hand, whatever else. Even if he does a big circle punch again, and your hand's still up, right? You're offline. Now you can come back in. So let's see what it looks like when I do come back in. So he's coming up, he throws, I step offline, I can whip kick, right? Tiger claw, edge of hand, tiger claw, right? Then just go to a finisher. Anything we talked about. That was actually a perfect example of a time when he was totally off balance, when I could have Irish whipped him and drove him right to the ground or take out the elbow. Why don't we do a big hook punch, right? This guy back up like we were talking about before, right? Some guy super, this is the reality what happened. And when we were talking about this before, it's kind of weird. When only trained fighters pop, all right, where they pop their hips through and throw punches. When you're talking about fighting somebody in the street, they're either going to come tackle at you, they're coming run at you, right? They're super angry, right? They want to kill you for some reason, which is why you have to respond in kind. And what they do is they run and they come battling, all right? And that's why, everybody just stand right here, right? That's why, and put your hands up, all right? So when everybody always gets tangled up, right? Now this is where you don't want to be, right? Unless you're going to continue to, if you're him, now you got to drive back in, right, and get me back on. But you don't want to even get into that situation. So what's going to happen when somebody's running at you, right, they're just going to follow through and careen with that foot. And like we talked about, it just doesn't matter. Just get the hell out of the way, and that's your stop. Then you drive back, and then you finish it. So go ahead. It's coming out, all right? You can duck, you can boom, all right? Stop, hit. That would have been nasty if I followed through. Stop, all right? Edge of hand, tiger claw, chin jab, right back down, dead man, all right? Let's just do it real slow, just so everybody can get a, stand right here. Let's just come a little closer. I know, it's after doing this stuff, it definitely feels weird. Just literally just throw a 1-2 and I'll show, all right? Good, do it, right? Your hands are up, all right? Even if you forget, right, to move out of the way, you're busy talking to the camera and he does it, your hand's still up, all right? And it's gonna force you to get out of the way. So here we go. 1-2, go ahead, 1-2, you step off line, edge your hand, shin kick, edge your hand, drive back in, edge your hand, double chin jab, ranger choke, arm whip, doesn't really matter, all right? Do a, just so for the camera angle, do a big round punch right there so I can, with my left hand? Yeah, with your left hand, all right? Duck down, you can whip kick to the side, come to the back of the neck, tiger claw, edge your hand, double chin jab, finish the fight, and that's it, all right? There's no magic to this stuff, all right? If you see somebody coming towards you, boom, you stop the attack and you go. You see somebody coming swinging at you, right? Get out of the way. That's stopping the attack, come back into him, start driving back in. All right, and that's it. Next, we're gonna go over grabs, and it's surprisingly simple when you go over grabs. In fact, come back in. The reality of somebody grabbing you, all right, this is obviously going to happen more to women than to men. Nobody just grabs you like this and holds your hand and that's it. They either grab you to take you somewhere or they're grabbing you to get a better grip so they can come with the other hand and clock you right in the face. All right, so single hand grab, he's not going to be holding it all nice, whatever else. He's going to be yanking, pulling it. So what do? All right, I stop the attack. How do I stop the attack? I tiger claw him right in the face. That's it. No magic, no come back. Listen, wrist grab escapes, all right, proper ones have a place. And the place is part of that escalating force continuum that I talked or brought up a little bit before. And I'll cover that another time. This is not what this is about. This is about survival. Because look, do you have any wrist escape training? No. All right, get out of my grip with, all right? What's going to happen now? How many times have I just hit him in the face trying to get out of here? He's really trying because this is actually my sprained thumb, and it kind of hurt going around, but I was still able to hold on, as opposed to, go ahead, grab my wrist, all right? Coming right back in. That's it. Go right, stop with the tiger claw, edge your hand, come back here. Just don't let go of my wrist. I'm not going to drive you back too much. I'm going to just use this as an illustrative purpose, right? He grabs, I stop the attack, I drive. If I want to get that grip off, that's it. That's all it takes. There's no way, hold on to this right now, right? If he's pulling me, that I'm going to be able to immediately go for the edge of hand here. That's not what we're talking about, right? If you want to get that grip off, you got to use it as part of your drive sequence. So grab your hand, don't think about it. Boom, right in the face. Edge of hand, drive, boom. That's it. Not complicated. Same thing for cross wrist grab. So grab cross, right? He's pulling. Jesus, face is totally open now, right? That's it. And look how far off he is back on his heels there, right? It's almost all over now. That's it. It's as simple as that. Really, hold on. Don't let go until I take my hand out. Right? Tiger claw, edge your hand across the face, 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 edge your hand across the face. All right. The guy's so off balance from you hitting him, you don't need to take your wrist out. You don't need to, listen, this works. Grab cross wrist like we're just doing, two hands. This works to get it out, right? That you might have been taught or seen in martial arts school. It works, right? But by the time this happens, if he's grabbing and he's shaking it, right? By the time you get your, go ahead, just shake me around a little, right? He's shaking it. By the time I get my hand, all right, his buddies are over here, like we talked about before, right? Me trying to pry it, really, hold on. Me trying to pry it out. I'll eventually get it out, but by then now I got to fight 2 or 3 guys, as opposed to grab. That's it. Now I can fight whoever is over here. All right, so we've done single grab, easy, right? Single grab, hit him in the face. Stop the attack, drive through, finish the fight. If you need to get the grab off, just edge hand it as part of your drive sequence. Same thing with the cross grab. Cross grab, even 1 hand, 2 hand, doesn't really matter. That's the same side, there it is. Boom, stop, drive, 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 finish. All right, why don't we do, if somebody grabs, you know, almost like, hey buddy, all right? It's the same thing. Don't worry about this. This isn't hurting you. This hand's what's gonna hurt you, all right? Stop the attack, all right? Whether you hit his shoulder, whether you hit his face, doesn't really matter. Just stop it, all right? You gotta get him, stop the attack, drive him back. Hit him, hit this guy. Hit him over and over and over and over and over and over. All right, and drive forward against, we're getting closer and closer to that wall because that's really where I want to take him. Get him up against that wall, hit him as hard as I can, take him down to the floor. Same thing with the old Frankenstein choke. And whether it's 1 hand, we'll do 2 in a minute, but do 1 hand Frankenstein choke. What is he going to be doing with this? He's either going to be literally trying to choke you or drive you back, and you can't let that happen. All right, with your stance, if he drives you back even a fraction second, you stop here, hit him back in the face. All right, edge your hand this off, edge your hand, boom. This is not complicated, so do not complicate it, all right? Somebody puts their hand on you, you hit them in the face, in the neck, in the eye, it doesn't really matter, right? Anywhere above this area. If you want, you can come right back down on the trap, on the collarbone, center mass, right? Edge your hand across face, it doesn't matter. Right? As long as you get them back on their feet, it's all the same. This whole grab defense, super secret, you know, stuff, right? It's all well and good, but all right, now what am I going to do? Why wouldn't I just hit him in the face? That's where I want to get to in the first place. So just go for it. So let's talk about double hand grabs. Guess what? It's the same thing, all right? Yeah. All right, we talked about before, what's one of the, right? We got to drive through them. Boom, right? If we need to stop him for a second, right? If he's starting to pull us or push us with 2 hands, boom, whip kick him right in the shins. If you're wearing steel-toed boots or combat boots, it's all over for him. Kick him, boom, boom, all right? It's not going to disable him. It's not going to knock him on his ass, right? But it's going to stop whatever he's trying to do, enough for you to grab your hands, just like we talked about in the toolbox, shoulder check him. Hold on, he's not going to let go for that. Come back over here, all right? Stop the attack, drive, 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 pull back, drive, 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 finish. That's it. All right, not complicated. Stop the attack, drive forward, finish it. Let's do 2-hand choke. It's the same thing, all right? Same thing, right? When somebody's choking here, forget all this stuff that you see. Forget all whatever. Forget prying this crap off. Right? He's open, just tiger claw him right in the face. The reality is when somebody's choking like this, they're not choking you Frankenstein. They're like, you differ, I'm gonna kill you. All right, so come in here, just stop the attack, that's it. Right, if you need to chop, right, if the arm is still on you, you need to chop it, go ahead, chop it. Hit on the side of the neck, edge of your hand. Tiger claw, chin jab. It's all over. As long as you stop yourself from being pushed backwards, stop the attack, drive forward, and finish it, you can't do anything wrong. Do a collar, go ahead, grab my collar, you know. What are you gonna do? I can kick him in the shins, I can tiger claw him, I can box his ears, I can tiger claw him, I can edge a hand him, I can edge hand both and hit him in the face. It doesn't really matter, all right? As long as you follow the principles, stop the attack, drive into him, finish the fight, that's it.